Support for Radio Friends comes from La Brunerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact La Brunerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Learn more at labrunerie.com or by calling 573-449-5313. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, December the 11th. We're going to start off with Kristen Eiffert today. Good to have you here, Kristen. The Central Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
It really is. But you wanted to talk about mindful eating during the holidays, right?
Yeah, I just, there's so much surrounding the holidays that involves food.
Right.
And unfortunately, in the United States, the average American gains between 7 and 10 pounds during the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I read something like that.
I mean, that seems kind of crazy, actually.
Is that a little hard to believe, though? Really?
Well, it is a little bit hard for me to believe that, but there's so many events that involve food, events that you wouldn't, normally be attending, and so, you have goodies at the office, and you've got parties to go to, and then special feasts, and, dinners.
So you're saying the average American between Thanksgiving and...
I'd say New Year's, so...
Between Thanksgiving and New Year, gains 7 to 10 pounds?
Yeah.
So if you weigh 150... going into Thanksgiving, you're going to weigh 160 as you get into the new year. Then how do you get it off?
Well, the best would just be to not gain that weight in the first place.
Right.
So if we adopt some healthy practices during the holidays, hopefully that we can eliminate that. So that's what I really want to focus on.
What are some of those healthy practices?
So one of the things to think about is just we a lot of times are just unaware when we eat, and so just becoming aware of that our triggers that are unhealthy for us. So people are going to struggle in different ways. So becoming aware of what your issues are is the first step. So is it that you like to eat at night? Is it when you're wrapping presents or shopping and you're stressed, that's when you're eating more? Is it just the things that are brought into the office, that you struggle with? Is it going to parties and, dinner parties and things like that? So being aware of where you have issues is the first step.
Do you find that people are getting away from sitting down and having 3 well-balanced meals a day with the family, and perhaps eating out of the regular time frame with the family and meals, you eat a lot more junk food?
Correct. Yes. We've seen the demise of the family meal, and that I think leads to a lot of the issues that we're seeing today. So part of mindful eating is having a plan. So planning out your meals. Maybe it's just making lunch for yourself and bringing a brown bag to work, so that you're controlling what you have instead of being at the whim of the fast food restaurant that you're near or what's brought in.
How can we as a society bring back that nighttime family meal where we all sit down together and have a nourishing dinner and talk about what went on during the day?
I think it just has to become a priority for the family, and so maybe being intentional about not being involved in as many things in the evening that take time away from family time together. It takes planning just to have an idea of what you're going to make for your family. Or you could still have family dinners and bring in foods that are somewhat pre-prepared too, but making that a priority, turning off the TV.
Right.
So actually having just honestly, just making it a priority.
I grew up that way. We all sat down to dinner together, and we didn't eat dinner until my father came home from work. If he was going to be late from work that night, we waited.
Right.
And we all sat down together and had our meal, and we talked about the day. And I think we're getting away from that now.
We are, and I think that's really, people are no longer knowing how to cook. They're just.
We're almost out of time, but do you have any classes coming up?
We actually don't have a class until January.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
So you're taking December off.
We're taking
because
December
you're going to
off.
be going to so many holiday parties.
Right. And eating my fruits and vegetables while I'm there.
I had to throw that in.
Yeah.
Kristen, thank you so much for coming by. It's a pleasure having you here. Central Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
Thank you.
All right, eat wisely.
Thanks.
Mindful meal
Mindful
planning, right?
meals.
Okay, good to have you here. Now we're going to talk about Science on Tap, and we have Makenzie Mabry and John Cody with us. Pleasure to have both of you here. And you two are not this month's speakers of Science on Tap. Both of you run the program, so like we've got the really big wigs of Science on Tap with us.
Yeah,
So you put things together. You find the graduate students that are going to do the programs.
it's
right?
a lot of volunteer too. So like if anyone that wants to volunteer, they can go onto our Facebook page. Just
Oh, so you're still looking for volunteers?
Always, yeah.
And Science on Tap is a monthly program,
Yes.
correct?
Right.
And how far in advance do you plan your programs?
We focus on like planning ahead. A month ahead we plan the program, but we schedule speakers out through the whole semester, like a semester beforehand.
Okay.
We try to get diversity.
So do you have 2018, the first half of 2018 planned?
Yes.
Okay.
Somewhat. That we have openings as well.
All right, so if somebody would like to be a part of Science on Tap, you can give them a call. What's your phone number?
Or on our Facebook page.
Oh, go to the
yeah.
Facebook page.
Mhm, go to
Okay,
the
we're not going to
Facebook
give phone
page.
number. So what have you got? What have you got coming up this month?
So we have two really great talks. So the first one will be Emily from Natural Resources, and she studies Bobwhite quails. And she's going to talk about her work in collaboration with the Department of Conservation in looking at the survival rates of the juveniles.
Of the juvenile bobwhite quails.
Yeah, because apparently there's a 3% annual decline of these populations, which is really concerning to hunters and people that are in the conservation field. So
Have you ever heard the bobwhite sing?
don't they say Bobwhite?
Bobwhite. And yeah, it's fascinating, just like the whippoorwills. You need to have someone do a program on the whippoorwills.
Okay, if
because
someone's
I
out there.
think I hope you would, because the whippoorwills are moving out of this area. And as a child, I remember a summer night wasn't a summer night without hearing the whippoorwills. And John, what have you got?
What have I got?
Yeah,
I'm
you-
just here to explain the program.
Yeah,
Is-
okay.
Yeah, so basically Science on Tap is what we like to do is improve science communication amongst the graduate students. So we've designed this platform that invites the students to come in to give a talk about their research to a general audience. And we do this in a bar setting. So
Yep.
we invite the community in to learn about the science we do at the university while they can enjoy refreshments at Craft Beer Cellar.
Okay, so
So-
the date for the next one is?
It's the 13th of December. on a
December
Wednesday.
13th.
Yes.
That's a Friday. Friday the 13th. Yes, it is.
We discussed this before we came
Oh,
in
no,
here.
you're right, it isn't. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, and then real quick, our second speaker is talking about the diversity of Caribbean lizards, especially in
the
Puerto
diversity
Rico.
of Caribbean live in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, so it'll
All
be
right.
an interesting talk.
So the time again is
It's at 6 o'clock.
6
on
o'clock.
Wednesday.
That will be Wednesday. This is Monday, December 11th, so the 12th, 13th. That's Wednesday,
Yes.
December 13th, not
Yes.
Friday the
At Craft
13th.
Beer Cellar.
Okay, at the Craft Beer Cellar, everybody is invited to attend and enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for coming out. Look at that countdown clock. We got 3 seconds left. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.